Hi everybody, this is Samuel Durbidge. I decided to do a video and it's been a while. I have different things that I am working to manifest and correct. I want others to understand that I see myself as my own sovereign, and it's good to look at yourself as your own sovereign as well and find ways to become more sovereign like, free like. There's a lot of talk about the Great Reset versus the Great Awakening, and there's a lot of information about the Q community and others, and many wonder what side or what I fully agree with. I am hard to actually figure out what it is that I am. For me, I am whatever I am. I don't worry about following any particular groups. I just believe in a society where we're all sovereign beings, one under a creator. That's what I follow by. We're all connected by true creation. There's been a lot of lies and tricks been told to us. So I'm about the Great Awakening and the possible ascension, 3D to 5D awareness change, vibration change, or world change. And so people will wake up even more. We're all being hit by those waves since July and before then, but most people have noticed a big shift between July and now. And I noticed it big time in July, and then even more so. At first it was good, and then it was a little irritating, and then it was okay, and then it was back and forth. And when it was irritating for some people or beings, it wasn't for me, and when it was irritated for me, it wasn't for others, but some. And then there was times where we all were irritated, and there was times where we were all peaceful. Right now, I'm just very aware of what's going on, what's been done to me, and what's been done to others. There's different groups that I follow, and I'm looking into doing different things so that I can finally make that dream desire a reality. What's been happening is we need to correct what's been done to us based on what status we've been told we are, which is untrue. We're all unique, and we're all important, and we all matter, and we're all equals. Everybody is. Doesn't matter what being you are. We're all equal within the heart, within the connection to source, which some like to label as God. And in the constitutions of different countries of my own, in this country, it's under a God, and the God that we choose to believe is God. And it's connected to our freedom of religion, freedom of belief systems, to think and feel the way we choose, and in our hearts. And mostly, there's always these rules or obligations required. The whole thing is we're supposed to do the right thing for the individuals, us, from when we were born. When we were born free. Then systems tried to trap us and keep us trapped. Well, what's about to happen? And then they did great resets, and the resets just trapped us again. And so now we've been in loops and time loops and all sorts of things, for many people's awarenesses and different belief systems of different timelines and everything. No matter what you choose to believe or think, I'm all about awareness of that we're all important and we all matter and we're all able to manifest destiny. Greg Braden information. I'll try to put the links in, again, in the description. I always share that common information about, that we're all connected within the heart, that everybody, can use heart energy, through your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, create your reality. Well, you get drawn and you get what you expect. So there's shows like The Secret, Dare to Dream. Now, also, I'm my own form of awareness of things. I like to let people be aware of looking into the foods you eat and find high vibe alkaline foods. Look up Charlie Freak. Look up on YouTube, I think it's called Freak Sense. And then there's others that are out there. or like Feel Good, and then there's a Matthew that I kind of like to follow now and then about 3D, 5D awakening information. He's very good, and he brings, or not Matthew, excuse me, Michael. Michael brings up some really good, powerful things about different information. But there's so many different people out there, and I want to say all of them. I know that Coley UFO or ETV sees amazing, or I think E something or other. But she's a friend of mine that I appreciate. At the same time, I'm about becoming your own national, becoming your own person, your own sovereign, like you were born into. And depending on the country that you're in, you were born to a creation of connection. And depending on your constitution of your country or whatever, you should look into those things. But everybody was born free under a God connection and are supposed to be free worldwide. And it's supposed to happen soon. The Great Awakening is talking about the Aquarius Age or the Golden Age. And once the Golden Age happens, it gives enough to pretty much everybody that is supposed to be a sovereign. And then once they have all their funds, they can use it to save the world. Basically, with our funds, we'll correct a better system where we are currently residing in, and then we'll be able to do more. But we'll have so much awakening knowledge in our hearts and soul that it won't really even be needed as much because everything will finally know what needs to be done. But it will basically be like, I like to mention this all the time. Basically, the Truman Show is ending, and we're getting into the real life atmosphere. Now, it could be that we go into another show for a little bit, or off screen a little bit, and then we do little things within that screen, and then we finally find our true self, depending on the different awakening states or where we're going. And when I say awakening states, different levels of being. Raw 1, there's a whole bunch of information on that, but it's all throughout all the different ancient scriptures and knowledge. And we're all important. We all matter in the heart. And once you become your own sovereign and you have the funds and the things you're meant to have that was stolen from you, you get back what you're worth, but then you also get whatever was stolen to you, and you can tap into that stolen funds. And those funds are free abundance, and it's supposed to be free for all forms of beings, and everybody is supposed to be loved and healed and helped, because there's been so many controls, so many secrets, so many trickeries. And once you realize what beings have been doing that, they will go to their vibrational realms and we'll go to ours, or they'll have to start vibing towards that. If they end up into our vibrational realities, then they will have to abide by those vibrational reality connections. If we do too, if we're meant to be somewhere else and we're wanting to raise our vibes, then raise your vibes. And then you will automatically push back into the higher vibe direction that you're meant to be, because you're not supposed to be enslaved in any vibrational area. There is no karma debt. That is a trick. That is ego trying to keep you trapped. Karma debts was a choice of trickery. There's no such thing. Shouldn't be. Even though they exist, they don't exist. It's a non-existent contract that should never even be messing with you, because you are within and everything is within. So if you are enslaved, everything's enslaved. And so if one enslaves itself and all source connection self is enslaved, then you're only enslaved to yourself, which is no enslavement at all. Okay? There's so much information. We gotta go through the awareness of this information that people try to throw at you and tell you you are and what you must do and how you must be. And it's like, well, I can talk myself out of all of those things, because everything that's being told to me is telling me to be something you're telling me I should be. But I'm you and you're me. I know what is needed or what my life path is required. So it's all about self-worth, authentic, follow your heart vibes, your vibration. There's studies on the heart now that I'm hearing from a ton of people and professionals that are confirming what I already knew. And I'm just like, wow. I'm talking to PhDs, doctorates, all these different people that are bringing up in all these communities on Twitter and over video Zoom calls and different things that all know about this. They're all aware. And it's all in our ancient history and information. And this is what the Great Awakening is. First, you get the knowledge and wisdom, the knowledge or the truth. Like all the truths start to be unraveled. Well, that's what the split is. And so then you get to choose ignorance or bliss. Because bliss is not ignorance. Ignorance is not bliss, only for the ignorant that think ignorant is bliss. That's their form of vibration of bliss, is ignorance. Bliss is more of a thought, focus, high vibe. They try to trick you with words saying certain things that aren't what they really are. Ignorance is just ignorance. It's an ignorant vibration. It's choosing to not be blissful. It's choosing to ignore blissful things. And so, and ignore thinking that you're comfortable with what is. So that's what it is. It's a comfort of their form of bliss, but it's not fully blissful. So it's only bliss of their form of bliss. It's a different vibration. And once you realize that we're all different vibrations based on our choices and decisions, then we can balance ourselves out. And once we're balanced and we're not just, and we're just riding the waves without it crashing on us, we're good. Because basically we just go around the waves, or we can go up on top of the waves that come at us. It's just, we're just able to ride it and do it really simple and easy. It's not even a big deal anymore. Once you know that you are a sovereign being, you are a divine being, you are important. Now, I did videos about me showing the light responding and all of that. I want others to understand, but not understand, because understand is low vibe. So let's say upstand. I feel in my heart that for you to upstand all of this information that I share, everything I share is more of not saying that it is or it isn't. I like the idea of it, and I do think and feel that there are angel beings and fairy type beings and others that have shown themselves or been around me. At the same time, it could be trickster program connections too, trying to mess with that. But I don't think so. I think there's a balance of both, or it has been, but now there's been more peaceful, and it's been more fun and more entertaining and more protective of me. I'm loved and protected more. And even if other things come at me, I've allowed toxicity out of my life and out of my atmosphere. I've been honest to nurse aides and other individuals of what I want in my atmosphere and what I prefer to have in my atmosphere. I don't want any fakers or facades or pretenders. I want freedom, and I stand up for that. And I've made sure to get the freedom through doctors and connections to allow it through doctor notes and other things. However, I've also made sure that I would follow my heart. And by following my heart, it's always protected me, even if I made the wrong choices. Or even if I wasn't always feeling protected, my higher form or other forms would help step in at times. Or after something occurred, step in and stop it from reoccurring again at times that it shouldn't, so that I can take in energies that I need to. The whole thing is we are not parasites. We are sovereign beings. We are high form divine beings. Every form that desires to be is. There are so many trickster systems, non-playable characters, NPC, computer programs, and other people that aren't people around us that could be clones or other things. And some of us might even be clones and not even know that we're clones. I have no idea what I am or what form, but I know that I have energy within me, and I choose to stand up for a God connection, not a controlled God or unconditional. A conditional. I'm unconditional love, full unconditional love. And I'm not talking about abusive love, no abusive love, no trick, no harm, no enslavement, no abuse of any kind of that, of forms. But I also bless things into being focused. I have blessed boiled burns on my hand and other times from water boiled burns and was able to heal under 48 hours. I was able to do similar things with manifesting funds and other things. I think now what's happened is I'm being drawn to protect myself to get into certain agreements and sites to fill out paperwork or do certain things to set myself as a independent or sovereign being, which I've already was born as. Now, the other thing is, while I am that, or why I'm supposed to be that, now I can become a higher form or a higher self connection. We are meant to be freed and we're meant to not be enslaved. And so it's nice to be free and not feel enslaved. We're not supposed to be. That means we have a higher calling, a higher connection. And there are awakened ones. And there are very many in this world that are waking up. And those that have woken up first, we're supposed to be here to help those that wake up within the shift. So first it's the awakened ones. Some people say it's 144,000. That's kind of the angels, where everybody each has an angel of 144,000 guardian angels protecting you and helping you. And that's 144,000 for each of us. Everybody has their warrior angels. And if anybody that's bad has warrior angels with them and tries to go against our warrior angels, when we're good, their warrior angels will actually trip them up for trying to go against a good person like me. It'll wake them up to realize, hey, he's not what you are being told he is. He's this person and he's good. And your angels will kick you in the butt if you go after me or others who actually care about peace and just want to be free and just want to be healed and just want to be able to have a life and to be able to have what was stolen from us or wasn't provided to us because of disabilities or tricks or keeping med beds or things from us when we could have been healed and been able to be productive in the world. Even though this world is a 3D and it's a trickster world anyway, we now are going to have a full-fledged awakening world. And those of us that have awoken first, some of us will have to teach some people new things that they'll already know needs to be taught or needs to be already looked at, and more people will be aware to help us for what we know we already know. And the things that we think are right, we'll learn what's actually right and we'll be able to correct it. So I wanted to let you be aware that I am about following the heart. I'm about doing the right things. My book that I've done, I've redone it, and I would love to do another book sometime. Once I become this new status and new connection where I'm provided all the funds back to what I'm supposed to have, that's when I'll recreate a book or recreate something so that you all know what my journey is now. Because my journey has been extensive and it's been all over the place. It's been amazing and scary at the same time and concerning. Yet I have noticed that I am okay. I am blessed. I am loved. I am provided. I am okay. I am abundant. I am wealthy, healthy, happy, rich in all areas of life that I desire, and require in. And so are you. And so when you follow your heart and you start being honest with who you are and what you have been, you don't have to worry about things anymore. No matter what has been trying to be thrown at you or hidden from you, you become the full you. So bless you all. My thoughts are with you. I was trying to get this under 30 minutes or 25 minutes. I want to let you be aware that there's so much going on in this world, and you matter, and you're going to wake up to some amazing things. So bless you, bless all, and just know this: I am your friend. I am my own sovereign. I am a divine being. You are a divine being. We all are. So follow that divine spark within you and then supercharge your whole form, and you will ascend to the 5D reality. That's how it's going to happen. I know that I'm quickly changing and shifting, and others are trying to set up that reality in the 3D form so that we can get into our 5D form reality of the setup form of being a sovereign. So they're just creating the bridge from the 3D to the 5D connection, which is already created, but to have us see it or foresee it so we can walk into it and get in there quickly. It's going to happen whether we're ready or not. So from what I've heard from many others and what I've been told, doesn't matter. Just follow your heart, and you're going to get whatever you desire, regardless what you choose to do or have done. As long as you are no longer what you knew was wrong, and you're a new higher vibe, you are forgiven, you are provided for. And listen to your heart, ask Christ, ask God, ask whoever you feel is your higher self, equal self connection. Me telling you to do that doesn't mean I agree or disagree with deity connections. I do believe in an unconditional Christ connection. At the same time, I'm not part of any religion other than I'm a minister of the ulc.org, where I can marry, and I consider myself a manifest destiny minister. However, now that I'm changing my credentials to certain things that I've been drawn to do, I've been seeing amazing power and connections where I'm shifting. And it's possible that I might shift before that and have those credentials provided for me already because of me being drawn to the desire for it. And then it will just be taken care of for me. I'm going to do my part as long as I have the time to and ability to. And then, regardless what I do or what I'm able to do, everything else will be taken care of. I'm so excited. I bless you. I love you all. We're about to shift into a new reality, regardless, for whatever we feel in our heart. You're going to get what you feel you desire, and the good that you desire, all the good, deep within your hearts. So if you feel like you're not getting what you deserve in your hearts of hearts, you're going to get exactly what you feel you deserve. If you worry that you've been doing the wrong things, but you want to be in a good reality of goodness and forgiveness, then you are there. You're not in the bad reality. If you desire to be good, but you're not sure how, or you're not sure if you're worth it, you are worth it. You do matter. I wondered the same thing when I had cancer and different things. It makes you question life and reality at that point, especially when you had other things before that. But right when that starts showing up and certain things, and you start noticing that there's tricks going on causing you with these problems, you start to question reality, you start to question your religion, you start to question everything. And then you get drawn to the truth of the heart. That it doesn't matter what you are, what you've chosen to follow and have belief in, you're forgiven and provided whatever you desire in your heart. And that heart will provide you freedom, and then you'll be able to adapt to that freedom and become more than you ever desire to be. So bless you all. Again, I recommend to look up the links in the description, and please subscribe and like the video. The more I have likes and follows through, and the more I can be able to do more videos and maybe even get support so that I can do even better videos. So thank you for all that you've done, but just bless things for being that I have all the means of the switch, and then I won't even need to require any help from anyone because I'll be provided. And that's what I'm so glad about this great awakening shift of the 3D, 5D, 270 to beyond, depending on what our vibes are. Also, angel numbers. I've learned different things about angel numbers in my book describes. But I want all to know that I love you. I bless you from the heart. We are that reality now, now, now. Bless all.